One of the primary lessons I learned with my last bar has to do with the choice of the product portfolio. Now, while last time I was exclusively a whiskey bar, this time around I've added fine wines, I've added about a dozen craft beers, we've got a great cocktail menu as well, and 20 commercially available single malts. And this is a group of beverages that we like to call the best of the rest. And thus far, in terms of being a smart business move, it's accounted for about 30% of our sales, and this is only within the first 8 to 10 weeks of business. So clearly it was a good lesson, it was a lesson learned, and we've gone ahead and implemented it, and it's worked out well for us. I've got a couple of beers here just next to me to give you an idea. I mean, we're obviously not compromising on our kind of non-commercial stance. Everything that we carry is drawn from microbreweries around the world. We have craft beers from Australia, from Japan, from Scotland, from the United States, and they may be a little unusual to a lot of people, but at least we cover most people's taste profiles. So if you like lager, we'll have that. If you like darker ales, we have that. If you like stout, we have that. But it'll be something interesting and most likely a beer or an ale that you've never tried before. Alright, so in the theme of the best of the rest and beverage lessons learned from the last bar, something that I've done with B28 is make what I would consider to be a very strategic business decision to take on a top-class bartender to work the bar and be able to offer patrons our extensive cocktail menu. Now, while sort of anyone, including myself, can probably buy bottles of liqueur and mix them together and so forth, the real big business decision is whether you want to bring on an expert to be part of your core team. Something fortunately I've done with Miss Aubrey Sim, who's standing right next to me here. And so far it's working out very well. Our customers do definitely appreciate it. It is a genuine percentage of our business, and we're becoming known around town not only for our extensive whiskeys but also for our offering of classic cocktails. And with the latitude that Aubrey has, I mean, basically she's the person that decides what to serve, how to serve it, what ingredients to buy, and we'll let her just tell you a little bit about that.
Okay, what's great about working here is that Mike does not see alcohol as something you want to scrimp on, you want to save. Fresh ingredients make a world of a difference, even when you cook. I mean, I'm sure you know the difference between a store-bought packet of bak kut teh and brewing the soup yourself. So essentially it's the same. If I squeeze the lime juice or orange juice myself, as opposed to getting the sour mixes, which have chemicals in there to make them last a year or two, and then whereas fresh lime juice can only last 2 hours at room temperature, which means that every cocktail you make, you have to cut open a fresh lime and squeeze it on the spot. That sets you back a minute or two in terms of time difference. So there's no way, for example, if I were to make apple martinis, there's no way I can serve the whole room each an apple martini. So that's what customers just have to accept if they want an apple martini. One great thing that he has created is respect for the drinks that we're serving. So instead of people shouting at you to hurry up on the apple martini, in which case you use syrups, you pour and you just shake it up, you don't really taste it, you don't even know what it really tastes like, and you send it out to the table. What we do right here is that Mike has instilled in most of our guests this sense that what we are serving is worth the wait and worth your money. So they come to respect what they are actually consuming.
Today we have Mr. Bruno here with us, and Bruno is my choice of wine expert. The reason, of course, I need a wine expert is because I'm not a wine expert, nor do I pretend to be. Now, the initial brief that I gave Bruno when we first met was that the wines would essentially have to sell themselves, and that's because I don't hire a sommelier, I'm not a sommelier, but when my customers do come in, all of whom for the most part are quite discerning and do kind of know their wines, I want them to be able to look at that wine list and have a bit of a wow experience.
On the red, we go, I'm a European, so my choice tend to go to Europe. So we went first on the Bordeaux side, so we have a very small selection Grand Cru classé from Bordeaux, like Château Montrose. You know, you have some second level wine like Réserve de la Comtesse, which are very well-known wine for even non-connoisseur of wines. And then we went through other countries, because the idea is not only to show France of a fine wine, is to show also Italy, where we chosen Ceparello, and on Spain when we choose Alvaro Palacio with Les Terras from Priorat. And then, as Mike is an American, we have choose one of the finest American wine, which is Opus One.
Yep.
And then we also went through the other part on the South Hemisphere, where we choose a selection of New Zealand wine with Pinot Noir from Central Otago. So the wine have been really selected on where we want. We want a choice from varietals, from countries, but still remaining on the quality.
Monkey see, monkey like, monkey do. BananaManaTV.